and welcome to NextGen Nordics 2022. I'm Hannah Wallace, and joining me now is Paula da Silva, CEO of P27 Nordic Payments. And of course, we're talking about P27. Paula, it's lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Ever since 2019, I've been longing for this period of time, so that's great.
It does feel like quite a long time ago, and that's sort of where I want to start. What's happened and where are we up to with P27 since we last spoke back in 2019?
So loads of things have happened, obviously, during that horrible pandemic. We have started our Go Live project. We are working with that. The good thing about that is that it will launch later this year, beginning of next year. And if you don't notice anything when you're a user of the Swedish instant payment scheme, that's the best thing that can happen. Because we will be transferring from the platform today to the P27 platform, the very first Swedish krona instant payment flow.
Well, thank you very much for bringing us up to date there, Paula. Thank you. And looking beyond then the testing and the launching, I know you want to talk about the economic position of P27 as well. So perhaps you could expand on that.
Yes, because it's not only a simple product launch. I think we are in for a transformation initiative really for the Nordics, starting with Sweden, where we have a sector agreement on what it is that we will be doing. We have a rule book that we adhere to. The same thing applies for Denmark, where we have a sector agreement on exactly how to migrate the flows from the old to the new, and we are working on the Finnish one. So that whole transformation journey from today's environment to a regulated environment that we will be in with a clearing license in place, that is it's a bigger state than just launching the products.
All right, it sounds really promising. Thank you for that. And so what does all of this mean business-wise then, and what can we expect from Q1 next year?
So we can expect standardization, the start of that, and I think that is the most important thing for a corporate, where you have hundreds of projects and products that you're actually adhering to today that you possibly don't need. In the future, you need a more simple environment that is standardized so that it can work cross-border and cross-currency and actually cross-products, so that you don't have an instant environment and then a batch environment. You should be able to cross over as you need it for your business model, not to adhere to what is a legacy from 50s and the 60s. So that is the promise to the market. It will take a few years, obviously, but I think all the corporates are preparing. All the ERP providers, all the converters of formats and so forth, and obviously all the banks. And P27 is owned by 6 banks in the Nordics, but it's of course an open platform for anyone that wants to adhere to it and that qualifies on the very harsh and tough requirements.
All right, okay, so still some preparation to go, but that's a really promising note to end on, Paula. Thank you so much, and let you get back to the event and share your insights with our delegates. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.